Deputy Mattie McGrath.
The independent farmers of Ireland, their wives and families, protested outside the gates of meat plants because they were just devastated at the price they're getting continually. It's not business as usual now with the government and with this so-called task force, because first of all you appointed the former Secretary General of the Department Minister as the head of that, which I think is not independent. Then you, Minister, you refused to meet the independent farmers of Ireland, who 600 have met in Athlone this night week and sent their 3 representatives. And worse than that, I asked you here last week, Taoiseach, even the Fine Gael Council and 2 others, the injunctions haven't been lifted from those people up in Longford. And they were told tonight at the agreement that they all signed up to, that all threats of court action would be lifted immediately. So are the beef barons going to dictate day and night, and if you ignore what you agreed in Kildare, overseen by yourself, Minister? They've had their way for 40 years. The time has changed. They're found out what the practices are doing. We discussed the living wage here last night for 2 hours. Give the beef farmers in Ireland a living wage so they can survive and the industry survives as well, and cut out this collage and this cartel.
I am the Minister for Agriculture, Deputy, and if you had interest in these matters, or Deputy McGrath had, you might have turned up at agricultural questions yesterday where it dealt with these matters at some length. As I've said, there was plenty of people who raised these issues here yesterday, and we had a comprehensive discussion on them. I dealt with the issue comprehensively yesterday. I, of course, also wish that all injunctions would be lifted, and I would have felt that the Beef Task Force would have been the place where outstanding issues could have been raised with. And I'm sure you, both deputies, would agree with me that the intimidatory tactics that were employed by people outside the department offices when we attempted to get that task force up and running on Monday were disgraceful. With regard to your contention that the chairperson appointed is not independent, you have referenced, in fact, with regard to the independent chairperson, that he was part of the negotiations for the programme for government. Is that correct? You inference in a public comment here that the chairperson was part of the negotiations on the Dáil record. Yeah. So you did, Deputy, and check the record. The so-called... No, I'm not complaining the issue.
Your time is up.
You made allegations against the independent chairperson which are disgraceful. His appointment has been welcomed by the parties as an indendent, capable and impartial, he had long retired. He had long retired before the programme for government was negotiated.
Deputy Catherine Mark.